haven't spoken about this much, but this past year has probably been the hardest of my adulthood. I quit my job early in 2021 in tech, and I kind of went after my passion. However, I turned 25 in this year. I failed at multiple things and I felt extremely lost and ungrounded. I kind of went through a quarter life crisis. And this is a period of time of uncertainty. A lot of people go through it where you're soul searching, you kind of have an identity crisis, and you might feel unstable in your job, your career, or where you are going with your life. I want to know if you guys resonate with this because I don't think it's spoken about a lot, but I feel like it's so prevalent and it's so common. When you go through university and you're in your early 20s, you have that sense of identity as being a student. You have purpose because you're going to get your degree. You have your routine. You have a sense of community around you all the time. But when you graduate, I don't think we're really prepared for that sudden drop in our identity because we're no longer a student. We no longer have that routine. We're moving either back home or to a different place, or we're going into a full-time job, which is actually so different than being a student. It's a lot more demanding on our bodies. The 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 life is very different than the student life and the kind of flexibility that you have in your schedule. And we're going into this job and we develop this identity in this role as your career progresses. Many people don't really end up in the job that they hope for or on the path that they thought they would be on. And it's in your mid-20s that you kind of start to reevaluate things and take a step back and question, is this really what I want out of my life? Or is this really the career that I want to build my life on? Or am I getting fulfilled by this job? That is when we start going through our quarter life crisis. A quarter life crisis is a period of uncertainty, questioning, and intense soul searching during your mid-20s to early 30s. Often, people experience this uncertainty because they feel trapped, uninspired, and disillusioned. But I really want to know if you guys resonate with this. Like, is this something that you are going through? Because when I've been going through it, it felt really lonely. We don't really discuss it too much. And if we do, it's hard for us to really resonate and support each other how we need because we're in different stages of it and we're on different paths. I live here in Austin, Texas, which is a huge tech hub. I worked in tech last year, and all over the news and all over town, tech companies have been doing mass layoffs. Meta laid off 11,000 employees. Tesla has done a big layoff. Other companies have as well. And a lot of my friends who even work for smaller startups have gotten laid off. I believe I was called to make this video right now because it's been on my mind for over a year since I went through something so similar last year. But now that I see the light, I feel like I can speak to it and kind of give some guidance on the topic. Your mindset is the most important thing to focus on during this time and keeping that level. There are 3 things that I think you should focus on: reflection, evaluation, and resilience and perseverance. For reflection, just remember, if you're feeling like you're crashing or if you feel like you're at a bottom, bottoms are the best place to be. That's the only place where there is endless opportunity because the only place you can go is up. So if you've been laid off or if you are facing a big pivot in your career or your personal life, maybe you went through a breakup, maybe you are moving away or you're moving to a new city, that is the most beautiful place to be because you have endless opportunity and you can create the life that you want because you aren't tied to anything. Really reflect on what you possess. What skills do you have? What physical items do you have? What personal qualities do you have that are different or set you apart from other people? And know that those are all assets. Even though they might not be tangible, you might not be able to hold them or see them in your bank account, those are such important assets and those are going to prove more important than anything else over time. It's also so important to reflect on your life leading to this point. What about your career did you not like? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? And what kind of lifestyle do you want to create for yourself? What are your values? I think your values are probably the most important aspect about yourself. Your values will attract the people that you want in your life. They will attract the career opportunities, and that is what comes down to your core being at the end of the day. You need to get clear on your values at this point because when you know what you stand for and what you want to do, your purpose will come more easily. And I have a separate video on how to find your purpose. I will link it in the screen so you can check it out. Get clear on your values, where you want to go and what didn't serve you in your past and what skills you possess, because that will also boost your confidence and make you more secure. Where you're at is not the finish line, and that you have so much to offer and you have so far to go. The second thing is to evaluate. We only have one short, fleeting life. Each day not spent fulfilling your dreams or purpose is wasted. So what resources do you have right now that can help lead you in that direction? To get a job that is more aligned with what you want to do with your life, to build a career that suits your lifestyle. Anything is possible, but you have to measure what you have. So just test and measure everything. Lastly, remembering you are resilient and perseverance is key is the most important thing. I failed many times in the past year in business, relationships, even moving countries. The trick is to fail fast and move forward quickly. That's the best and fastest way to learn, and the quickest way that you will find out what your purpose really is and what is in alignment with you. I actually made this guide called How to Become a Digital Nomad. It's not just how to work remotely or move abroad, but it's how to develop a mindset, kind of take a step back from your life. Think about what kind of life you want to create. And I have a lot of journal prompts in there and information on how to guide you through that process. You can find it in the description. I'll have it linked below. And I also have another ebook that I recently released on all of my travel tips. And this also has a lot on mindset and how to move abroad and create that lifestyle that you want and kind of integrate travel into your lifestyle. So both of those will be linked down below, but I highly suggest you check them out for more information and step-by-step guidance on how to do this. So if you're going through it right now, remember that any change that's happening is divine redirection, and it is just bringing you closer to where you are supposed to be in your life. I am so glad I went through all the failures and the obstacles that I did in the past year, because I'm loving where I'm at and I feel like I am really living my purpose and my truth, and things are just coming so easily now that I've gone through that and I've kind of looked at it from this different perspective. It's also important to remember that there is no perfect timing or right time to hit a milestone. You can change careers at any moment in your life. You can move countries, you can start a new relationship or end one. There is no right timing, and I know that society makes us think that we need to graduate by this time and be done with school and have our career at this point by this age, get married, have kids, whatever it is. Once you grasp that and you realize that you just need to be present in this moment and do what is in front of you to your best ability, things will work out so much better. I read this book, which I talk about quite often, a couple years ago, called The Surrender Experiment. It really did shift my mindset to the point where I'm so present in what is in front of me that it leads me to more opportunities the next day. Just focus on where you're at, reflect on where you've been and what you want to do with your life. Always remember that bottoms are the best place to be because it is the most fertile ground for opportunity. I live by this and it has really impacted me in the best way. Let me know if you guys have gone through this quarter life crisis, if you're kind of feeling lost, your identity is kind of in limbo, because it's normal. I've been there. I really want to know if others have been experiencing the same thing. So leave me a comment, and if you haven't already, give this video a big thumbs up, hit subscribe. Let me know what you think about this video, because I love making videos like this. It really fills me up, and I hope that you guys find it helpful too. See you guys in the next one. Bye.